Okay, Iron Lung. I think I'm a bit divisive on this movie. I'm not really sure how to feel about it. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff I like in here, like the atmosphere and whatnot. But there's also things that I really cannot ignore, and maybe sometimes they actually bring the movie lower. And I like to think I come in with a pretty unbiased perspective. I've actually watched Markiplier during the first time I watched Markiplier was Dead Space 1 when he did Dead Space 1. I kind of fell off of Markiplier into the FNAF like era or whatever. But now in my 20s, I feel like a lot of other 20-year-olds can relate to this, to just put on Markiplier when you see him on YouTube, like eating like food or whatever. Before I really get started, I want to highlight the commendable efforts of this being an independent film, really inspiring to future filmmakers, aspiring filmmakers like myself. It's just really cool that he like self-funded and got all this made himself without a big studio really backing him. So that aspect in itself is super cool. Now, when this movie was coming out and it was confirmed Markiplier was actually going to be the star, there was some skepticism and some worries about his performance, and I think he did a serviceable job. It's nothing like the best performance you'll see out of the year, but for the movie, it works. I'm in belief of the character the whole time. I think his performance works for what the movie is trying to achieve at the bare minimum. I do gotta give him some props too, because it's just him. I mean, there's another character in the film that he plays off of a little bit but for the majority of the movie, it really is just him. And I feel like I gotta give my flowers to him on that. To me, the best quality of this film is the atmosphere of the ship he's in and the circumstances that are coming at him. I never played the video game Iron Lung, but from the movie, I could just tell that this is a world that is interesting to me, and I want to know more about it. The film makes me want to know more about it. But there's some elements of the plot that I wish were fleshed out a little bit more. Now, the reason Mark's character Simon is in this vessel, the Iron Lung, is because he's actually imprisoned for a crime or a terrorist attack that was committed on the station, and he had a hand in it. But it doesn't really go more in depth than that, and I wish I knew more about it. There is another aspect of Mark's character I feel like should have been elaborated further about his origin in like this cult or whatever, this revolution. I feel like they didn't go into it enough. The movie didn't make me believe that it was really that important, even though I feel like it should be. I feel like it's an important aspect, but I don't really, me personally, I didn't believe it fully. The last thing I wanted to go over in this video is actually like the last 15 to like 10 minutes of this movie, because it kind of lost me. The last section of this movie is just like a weird, crazy, like psychedelic, like he's going insane. The ship is getting covered in this mold and this blood and everything's going on, and I struggle to keep up with it. And this is coming from someone, I like to consider myself a big fan of psychological horror. In one of my favorite movies, Perfect Blue, I still feel like I could tell what is happening, what is a vision, what isn't, and what the character's going through. When if in this, I just kind of feel like it's kind of a mess. I don't really understand. Maybe I have to watch it again. I don't know, but this was really the one thing that did not work for me at all in this film.